And we have history and remnants of things that are 5,000 years old. And this dance form that we are going to share with you today is at least 1,000 years old. There is a temple in the southern part of India where there are sculptures carved in stone of the dance that we are going to show you. So it's at least 1,000 years old. Your country is only about 400 years old. So you can imagine how much longer that is. And the dance tells stories. It tells lots of different kinds of stories. And the story that we are going to tell you, the Ramayana, is the story of Sita and Rama, a princess and a prince. And we believe it is about 2,000 years old. But before we go into the story, let me show you something about the dance, because it's very important. The dance is like a language. It's like me speaking to you just now. When you understand the dance and the different things that the hands and the face do, then it's like telling a story. But before we start the dance, we say a little prayer so that the energies that surround us come into us to be able to dance properly. Pooja, will you show the namaskar? Taka dhimi taka dhunu taka dhimi taka jhunu taka dhimi taka jhunu taka dhimi taka jhunu trigadom tam trigadom tam trigadom tam. It's a very interesting prayer, because what it says is, it says, Mother Earth, please forgive me because I'm going to stamp on you very hard, but this is my way of celebrating you. So that's how we start by. We start by talking to the earth and saying, we are going to celebrate you. In Indian dance, we use the hands a lot. And different hand gestures mean very different things. And like when we are speaking in English, you use a word in different ways to mean different things. Like that, we use the hands to mean different things. And like we learn the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, before we can spell cat or house, we learn different things with the hands. And I'm going to ask Hemvati, come. Pooja, will you hold the mic up for her? And we learn in rhymes. We learn the use of the hands in rhymes. And I'm going to ask Hemvati to show you how we learn. Look at her hand, because afterwards I'm going to explain to you what the hands mean. Pataka, tripataka, khoj.
Pataka, tripataka, ardhapataka, kartari mukhaha, mayurakhyo, ardhachandrasya, arala, shukatundakaha, mustishka, shikharakasya, kapitha, kataka mukhaha, suji, chandrakala, padmakosha, sarpasirasthata, mrugashirsha, simhamukhaha, kangulo, alapadmakaha, brahmara, chaturo, shaiva, hansasyo, hansapakshakaha, sandamsho, mukulaszaiva, tamrachuda, trishulakaha.
So each of these actually means something. So the first one was pataka. Pataka is a flag. But you don't only use it as a flag. Just as you use, for instance, the word, give me a word that you use in different ways, in different contexts. No, I'll show you. So, for instance, through, that's correct. Through something, through at, through you, through me, all sorts of different things. So the first hand, which is called pataka, is the flag hand. And I'm going to ask them to show you the different ways in which it is used. Rebecca, just take the mic from her and let her speak the Eke Bulji.
Natya-arambhe.
You use it for the starting of the dance.
Varivahe.
To show clouds.
Vane.
To show a forest. Yes, do it with us.
Vastu nishedhane.
To say no.
Kuchasthale.
To say mine or me.
Nishayam cha.
A beautiful moonlit night.
नद्यां
A river flowing down.
अमरमण्डले
Look what a beautiful sky it is.
तुरङ्गे
Speed.
खण्डने
To break something.
वार्यो
Gentle breezes.
शयने
To sleep.
गमनोद्यमे
To say go.
प्रतापे च
To say what a wonderful thing.
प्रसादे च
To say enough.
चन्द्रिकायां
To show a crescent moon.
घनातपे
To say I can't stand it. It also shows pain when your heart feels as though it's being squeezed. So you see how just one hand movement can show all those different things depending on where you hold the hand and how you move it. So imagine we have 26 different single-handed gestures like you just saw, and then we have a 24 double-handed gestures. So just think of how many different words that makes, right? So you have this whole language of the hands. You add to this the language of the way we feel. And this is called abhinaya. And we have 9 basic feelings. So you have love. You have fear. You have greatness. You have sorrow. You have laughter. Or you have a nicer laughter. Which one is yours? Which one's yours? You don't know. Okay. You have anger. What did I leave out? You have compassion. Compassion means feeling with somebody. If somebody is in pain, to feel with them, to feel compassionate, to feel kind. And you have peace. You have disgust. Yeah. But with your face, without the words. When you see something that disgusts you. Wonder. Oh wow, look at that. But with the face. So, you combine all of those with all the hands and the different beats that you can beat out with your feet. And you have a language in which you can tell any story. Before I go into the Ramayana, do one of you want to come up and tell me a short story, and I will show you how we do it in Bharatanatyam. Any story, doesn't matter. Who wants to come up? Who feels courageous? Come. Sweetie, come from this side, it's shorter. Calvin, tell me the story, tell me one sentence at a time. Okay? So don't tell me the whole story. Tell me the first sentence.
This story is about an Indian person who became a Vietnamese Buddha.
Okay.
He started.
Wait a sec, baby.
He was like born, and he was born walking, talking, and he was jumping all on flowers.
Okay, stop. Okay.
He was able to create those flowers, and he was the chosen one of the Buddha.
Okay, stop.
When
Okay, that's all right. But you see how any story, I mean Spider-Man or Superman as well. Thank you, Calvin. Ramayana. Now, the Ramayana. The Ramayana is a story that everybody in India knows. It's part superhero, superheroine story. It's part religious, it's part spiritual, it's part mythological. There are comics to it, there are silly television serials to it, all sorts of things. But it is the story of a kingdom called Ayodhya. Do you want to say that? Ayodhya. That's right. And there was a king there called Dasharatha. Now Dasharatha had 3 queens. But Dasharatha had no children and he was very upset. So he called all the religious preachers from around and said, "What shall I do?" And the religious preachers said, "We will have the ritual of the fire. And from that I will give you a sacred food to feed to your wives." So there was this big fire. And Dasharatha was given a liquid to feed to his 3 wives. And the 3 wives drank the liquid. And sure enough, 9 months later were born 4 children. Rama, the eldest, Lakshmana, Shatrughna and Bharata. 4 lovely boys, 4 princes that needed to be trained and educated so that they could become worthy of ruling the lands with compassion and kindness.
Tam, tattam, tattam, tarikitatatam, 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 tattam, tattam.
They were taught how to fight with sticks. And they were taught how to use bows and arrows. Now during this time, for many thousands of years ago, there used to be priests and priestesses who lived in the forest in sanctuaries that they built so that they could meditate and they could train others in meditation. And these were called ashrams. And in one such ashram was a great sage called Vishwamitra, very powerful, with a terrible temper. Vishwa is the world, Mitra is friend. So his name meant friend of the world, but he had a terrible temper. So when Vishwamitra was meditating in his ashram, there used to be demons who came and disturbed his meditation. They would throw dirty things, they would try and destroy the holy fire. So Vishwamitra decided to go to the king Dasharatha and asked for Rama and Lakshmana to come for a special celebration that he was organizing so that he could be protected from the demons. So Vishwamitra went to the capital to talk to the king. The king bowed to the great sage. May you be well. I have come to get Rama and Lakshmana to protect me from the demons who disturb my meditation. Send the boys. The king was terrified. The boys were still young. Let me come. I will fight your demons. Let the sons not come. But Vishwamitra started getting angry and was about to curse him when the king realized that he did not have a choice. So Rama and Lakshmana were sent with Vishwamitra into the ashram in the forest to protect his ritual. Vishwamitra introduced them to the forests. Do you see that monkey? See how it moves from branch to branch. See its agility. Learn its agility. And see the bird. Can you see the eye of the bird? Concentrate. That is how alert you must be. Rama, shoot that fruit into my hand. Well done. Come. Till they finally came to the ashram. I am going to be building a ritual fire and going into meditation for 9 days. The demons will come from everywhere. Be alert. See that they do not destroy my yajna. And Vishwamitra began his ritual. And Rama and Lakshmana started keeping guard. Om Hrim Gauraya Namah. Om Hrim Gauraya Namah. Om Hrim Gauraya Vishwamitra finished his ritual and saw that the demons had been destroyed. And please, he blessed the two young men. May you become just rulers of this great land. Now, meanwhile, in a very different part of India, there lived another king called Janaka. And Janaka had a beautiful and very accomplished daughter called Sita. She was bright and educated and strong and knew her warfare. And she also loved playing with her friends. And like we play with a ball today, they used to play with balls made of flower chains. And her parents started worrying about her. how will we find a partner for her? A man who is accomplished enough, as intelligent, as gentle. So they decided to invite all kings for a competition. And this was the competition. There was an enormous bow on the floor. And they invited kings to lift the bow, to be able to string it and to shoot an arrow. And many, many different kings, old and young and able and unable, all came to try their luck to win Sita as his partner.
Takita taka dimi, takita taka dimi, takita taka dimi, takita ta. Takita taka dimi, takita taka dimi, takita taka dimi ta. Takita taka dimi, 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 taki.
Oh dear. Angry, he left and another king came.
Tadi taka jono dim, tadi taka jono dum, tadi taka jono ta ta ta. Tadi taka jono dim, tadi taka jono dum, tadi taka jono ta ta ta. Tadi taka jono dim, tadi taka jono dum.
The other kings laughed at him. A third tried his hand.
Taka takita taka takita taka takita dita. Takita taka takita taka takita dita. Takita dim, takita dum, takita tata. Taka takita taka takita taka takita taka takita dita. Takita taka takita taka taka.
And yet another one.
Taka dimi, taka takita taka dimi, taka takita taka dimi, taka takita taka dimi, taka taka dimi, taka takita taka dimi.
Oh dear, I don't think I can try. Vishwamitra heard about the competition and came with Rama and Lakshmana to the palace of Janaka. Rama, Sita will make an able partner for you. Try your hand, lift the bow, and win her. And the bow broke into two. There was great celebration as Sita and Rama were married. They exchanged flower garlands and walked around the sacred fire. There were great celebrations. The palace was decorated with flowers and with color and with lamps. And people trouble was brewing in Rama's father's kingdom. Do you remember I said there were 3 queens? The first queen was happy because Rama had been named heir to the throne. But the second queen, Kaikeyi, was very jealous. Why should my son not become king? He is able, he is a good ruler. Why should Rama be named to the throne? She recollected 2 boons, 2 promises that her husband Dasharatha had given her. So she went to her husband, and Dasharatha happily welcomed her. Beloved, do you remember the 2 promises that you gave me so many years ago? Of course, my queen, ask for whatever you want. And Kaikeyi said, Rama will not be king. My son Bharata will be named king. Dasharatha was shocked. He was deeply, deeply wounded. And Kaikeyi continued, and Rama will be banished for 14 years away from Ayodhya. Banished. Dasharatha was heartbroken. He felt his life ebbing. How could Rama be banished, his beloved Rama? And Dasharatha's life left, and he fell down dead. But Rama was an honorable son, and he was determined to fulfill the promise that his father had made. So he went up to Kaikeyi and said, Mother, I will leave. Let your son be king. I shall leave and go into the forest for the full time that you have asked. As Rama prepared to leave, his wife Sita ran to him and said, You cannot go alone. We have promised to spend our lives together. I will come with you into the forest. And then the younger brother Lakshmana came, and he said, Beloved brother, I will not let the 2 of you go into the forest. Let me come and serve you, protect you, look after you, be with you. So the 3 took off their jewels, took off their rich silks, dressed in ordinary clothes, and made their way out of the city. The people of the city wept. They did not want Rama to leave. Do not go, king, do not go, they said. And Bharata, his brother who had been named king, ran after him. Rama, Rama, do not go. My mother made a mistake. I will not be king. Please come back. Rama, come back. Rama refused. So Bharata said, I will not sit on the throne. Give me your shoes. I shall place them on the throne. And I shall guard the throne for you while you are in exile. I cannot rule. I beg of you, brother. And Bharata went back to look after the throne while his older brother was exiled. The 3 left the city and made their way towards the forests of Chitrakoot. And soon they entered the beautiful bird and animal-filled forest. Looking at the grandeur of nature, their spirits lifted. Can you hear the peacock? Can you hear the eagle? Oh, look at that beautiful fish in the river. Be careful, an elephant herd is coming. Look, look. They delighted in all the different creatures till they came upon a clearing and they decided to build their shelter there. Come, let us gather together all the wood and the bamboo, bring the vines and let us build our home. Seeing them build their home, the elephants came to help. And with its trunk picked cut up the bamboos. And soon a simple but beautiful dwelling was made of twigs and bamboos and vines and grasses. They settled into a daily routine of work and play, of practicing their arts and their warfare. And one day, a lovely golden deer, a spotted deer, came to the hut. Wanted the deer as her pet. She tried to capture it, but the deer escaped. So she said to her husband Rama, "Did you see that lovely deer? Please go and fetch it for me. I want to keep it as my pet." And Rama went off into the forest in search of the deer. Soon, however, Sita and Lakshmana heard Rama's voice saying, "Help, help, Sita, Lakshmana, help!" Sita and Lakshmana went into a panic. What has happened to Rama? Quickly, Lakshmana, go to him, go and find him, help him. But Lakshmana was in a quandary. He had promised Rama not to leave Sita alone. How could he go? Sita was unprotected. Sita said, "Do you not care for him? Do you not care that your brother is in danger?" Lakshmana didn't know what to do. He finally took one of his arrows and he prayed over it, asking for protection. He drew a circle around Sita, a circle of protection. He said, promise me you will not cross this under any circumstances. I will be back soon with my brother." And Lakshmana went in search of the brother. Sita sat alone, deeply worried. Now, the golden deer was not a deer. It was a demon pretending to be a deer. And it was that demon who had shouted out in Rama's voice so that Lakshmana could be taken away and Sita could remain alone there. For the demon had been sent by another king, the 10-headed Ravana, who wanted to abduct Sita. Now Ravana came disguised as a monk asking for alms. Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. I am so hungry. Lady, will you not give me some alms? I am so tired. I am so hungry. Sita tried to get him to come close to the circle so that she could hand him some food. But Ravana wanted her to come out. So he said, "I am too tired to come. Lady, I am dying. Won't you give me some food? Won't you give me some food?" Sita did not know what to do. How could she not help a dying man? And so, in spite of all the caution, she stepped out of the circle. And Ravana threw off the monk's disguise. And in his chariot with Sita, he flew across the skies, going towards the south of India to cross the oceans and go to his own land. Now, an enormous eagle called Jatayu was flying across the skies just then. heard Sita's cries of Rama, Lakshmana. That is Sita's voice, he said. I must go, she is in trouble. So he flew across the skies looking for where Sita was and came across Ravana and the chariot. Only to give Rama the message and to tell Rama what had happened to Sita. Now Rama and Lakshmana, having found out that it was a trick that had taken Sita away, were roaming the forests looking for Sita. When Rama suddenly heard the faint voice of Jatayu, "Hey Ram, hey Ram, Rama, it is Ravana who has abducted Sita. He has gone to his land across the ocean. I tried, Rama. I tried to protect her, but I could not. Bless me, Rama, so that I might die with your blessings." Find Sita, he had no one. How could he cross an ocean? He and Lakshman continued wandering the forests till they came upon a clearing where they met the magical monkey god Hanuman. Now Hanuman was the son of the god of the winds, and he had a special power. He could make himself this small, or he could make himself enormous enough to fill the skies. And he was a great devotee of Rama. Suddenly Rama, Rama, I have been waiting for you, said Hanuman. You look worried. What can I do? And Rama told him of Sita's abduction. Ravana has taken her across the oceans. How will I ever cross? Hanuman, I need your help. You have the power to become enormous and to cross the ocean in one jump. Go and find out if Sita is well. Rama, how will Sita know that I am not the enemy? Take my signet ring, said Rama. Show it to her and she will know that you have come from me. Go, Hanuman, and bring me good news. Hanuman made himself enormous. He grew and grew and grew till he filled the skies. And in one single leap he crossed over to Lanka. Crossing over into the island, he made himself normal sized again and started looking for Sita. Finally, in the forest of Ashoka, he saw Sita chanting Rama's name, tears flowing down her eyes. Hanuman leapt onto a tree near her and tried to get her attention. Sita thought it was a demon. Stay away! No, Sita, I have come from your husband. Look what I have. And he threw the ring. Sita saw her husband's ring, clutched it to her heart. Oh, Rama, Rama, Rama. Is he well? Has he forgotten me? Has he left me here? No, Sita. He hankers after you. He is pained. He cries. and he has sent me to take you back. Come onto my shoulders. I will fly you across. No, 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 I cannot come with you. Rama has to come and take me back himself. Only with him will I come. Go, Hanuman, tell him that. Wait. Take the jewel from my hair and give it to him so that he may know that you have truly met me. Hanuman took the jewel and grew once again to an enormous size. He set his own tail ablaze and started burning the homes of Lanka. He set fire to the homes, to the palaces, to the forests, and finally leapt across the oceans to where Rama was. Rama, Rama, I have seen Sita. She cries, but she waits for you. She has not been harmed at all. Look what she has said. Rama saw the jewel, thought of the times he had caressed her hair. He was filled with love and longing. He turned to Hanuman and said, Hanuman, help me gather together an army of animals and birds. We must build a bridge across the ocean and cross over to fight Ravana. I will get you all the monkeys, he said. The monkeys started gathering stones. And the little birds picked up twigs to fill the holes. And all the beasts came, the elephants and the tiger, all trying to help in their own way. And the little squirrel, now the little squirrel picked up a tiny stone and went and filled one tiny hole that could have brought the entire bridge down. Rama saw the squirrel and went to thank it. And Rama stroked the squirrel. And that is why all Indian squirrels have 3 finger marks from where Rama blessed the squirrel. And soon the bridge was ready, and the army of animals and birds and Rama crossed across to Lanka. Ravana and his army awaited them. Ayodhya and ruled India for many, many years with compassion and justice.